Continuing with the question, thank you, Steve, by the way. Steve L., question for Dean. Did you mainly use the viewfinder or the LCD screen?
I used the viewfinder. I used the screen for remotes, or when there was a couple of shots where I'd grab the camera, and I'm not going to show you, but I'd put it on the floor, and then I could put the screen up, and then I would focus it. So, there was a couple of frames I got where I'd put it underneath a sign or the boarding, the Olympic boarding or anything like that. But most of the time I would use I seem to focus more and concentrate more when I'm looking through the viewfinder. So I would use this. This is how I was using it. I'd have my screen set up, and then I would have you can see here I can move my focal position, and then I would look through the shutter, and then I would use my thumb to control. I would use my thumb to control where I wanted the subject to be, and then what I would do is I set up my button up here to auto lock the focus.
Oh,
So yeah, so pretty much I would put my focal point where I wanted it to go, lock the focus, and then shoot. So that's how I would shoot always. That's all my cameras were set up. Every single camera that I had hanging off was set up like this. So pretty much as soon as I pick it up, I could go focus, lock, shoot. That's how I was doing it. So
good to know.
So yeah, LCD screen, good for again, crowd. A good one actually, which the screen I actually used quite good, was for the marathon and for the road cycling, for the track. No, not for the track, for the road, the time trials. I had a monopod, and I put the camera up high above a crowd, and then I tilt the screen down. And so this is high up in the air. Sorry, cameraman, I'm moving too fast, am I? All right,
no.
So yeah, I put the camera up on the monopod up nice and high, and then I had a trigger, the wide trigger that you can just get out over the counter, and then I'd have that. And so I was looking at the screen. I pre-focused it before I put it up on something in the distance, like roughly around the same distance as I was shooting, and then I was firing the camera from down low. So again, getting a different angle. So that's something else I did.
And if I can add to that as well, the features that Dean is showing there are brand new to the G5 as well. So when we now have a new sensor on the viewfinder, so as you bring your eye to the sensor, it kicks in. It then autofocuses immediately in the sensor at around 120 frames a second. So you get a really sharp autofocus in the actual viewfinder itself, and that touchpad that we call it, you can actually, use it whilst you're looking through it.
I think I can show that if cameraman can show this. So yeah, as soon as you'd see the screen, then you put it's got a sensor here. So as soon as I put my face up to the thing, the camera would go off, the screen would go off. So that's how that works.
Yeah, it's a key feature.
Yeah. And thank you for that insight again,
No problem.
Dean. Also thank you, Steve, for that question.